Hi guys, I'm Dr. Johnson with Cascade Chiropractic and Wellness here in Portland, Oregon. I'm here with Aaron, who's been in the office several times. We've been working on a shoulder thing, been making good progress, had a recent flare-up, but tell us a little bit about what you had going on in the beginning when we first met.
My shoulder was kind of bothering me. It's kind of limited range of motion, and I'd hit a certain point and it'd be a little painful, like a sharp pain.
And he'd been doing pretty well. He just explained to me trying a new stretch at the gym, irritated it a little bit, just doing a hang stretch off of like a pull-up bar. Where are you feeling that at?
Kind of like right in here, right about there.
We're just kind of just behind the shoulder, coming down into this region here. With him as well, we're doing some maintenance stuff through the back, and so let's dive in and get to work, and we'll get you taken care of today. Even just that little bit of work there tightened, or took a lot of the tension out of that spot there. Just kind of right up against the spine. So I'm doing a few things. You can feel me working on this, and a couple things are like just getting those muscles to, I call this like cross friction massage, where that band's running this way and I'm just grinding away at it, trying to get that tension to decrease, going back and forth. Then I'll go into a stretch, just trying to lengthen that out. And you can feel that helps soften that area up. Let's get a couple things in this upper back. So nice big breath as you let it go. I'll get the push. Good. And we're moving to this spot where that other tension was. Good. You feel that move real easy. Just a little check here. Yeah, we're moving. No big crunchies. Okay. Hip bone's all the way down here, guys. And so I'm just right behind that hip bone. Kind of pushing on the outside of the bottom area. The muscles that attach to that back of the hip cross the bottom region and meet the low back. And so you feel it like right there, huh, man? So we just want to get this pushed through a few times, get it to open up, relax. There's kind of the unspoken muscle work rule that it's a little bit painful, but I don't want to torture people. So Aaron knows that if it's too bad, he can tap out and we'll do this a different way or something. But this shouldn't be too bad. Got a pretty bony elbow, so it's easy to get right in onto that muscle. You feel it, don't you? I can feel that little tight band just right there. Okay. So we're going to set this table up. Nice big push right down through the pelvis here. Just stretching in across that sacroiliac joint. We're going to go one more. Lumbar region to pelvis. Good. And I'm going to block this side down. We'll stretch that pelvis across the other way. Nice. Even a little bit of movement on that side too, huh? Just checking. This side's totally different, huh? The tenderness just isn't even there. Yeah. Okay, let's, just so they can see, I'm going to be working this area of his shoulder, but it's on the opposite side here. Basically, I'm finding the bone structure dropping right in behind it. That's where he's feeling that tenderness. Am I right on it as I kind of curl through that area there? Like, we're on it, so just right there. I'm gonna grab the little thumper machine. We're using Hypervolt. Feel okay to have that cross through there? Right in this muscle zone. So here's what I think happened, Aaron. As you were doing that stretch, this shoulder's been a pretty good bugger for you for a while. How long have we been working on this? 2 months now? Three maybe in the long term. We haven't been seeing each other too often, but it was on this really good trend, getting better, and now a little flare up with this stretch. As his arm was lengthened up, it was pulling the muscles that cross out into that shoulder, and it just did a little too much too fast, so it's being sore right in that hinge point where it crosses that shoulder joint. I wouldn't be surprised if it's sore kind of into this area here. Is this sore at all? Yeah, so that's got a little bit of extra pull with it too. If it's causing the body pain, it's going to try to tighten up and support that a little bit more so those stretches can feel really deep. I still want you doing stretches and things like that. Just be cautious with them. And maybe find a pull-up bar where you can still touch the ground and kind of sink the body weight into it rather than just doing a full body weight hang. That's a good variation for that. And just practice some short term. Hang some of that body weight for 10 seconds instead of 30 seconds and stand the weight up off of it, move the shoulders a little bit, make sure it's not making it sore. And that's a good way to get work without overdoing it. Just stretching this shoulder down quite a ways. We're going to anchor some of those muscles up here on the neck. Nice big push right through it. We'll get this hip stretched out here. So this leg's bent. This one's just a little more straight. Set this up for your head. There we go. Arm pulling through. Arm on arm. Nice big stretch through that low back region. This pushes back. That's okay on the shoulder? Right here, big push. Awesome. Get that there. Arm pulled through. Just stretching this side of the low back hip too. Awesome. Just open this down like that. So now you guys can see the side we've been working on. I'm going to work a couple of different things here. The first one's the part of the neck that meets down into the shoulder. I'm just kind of screening through, looking for anything that's standing out as extra tight. This isn't too bad for you, is it? Maybe a little bit as I drop more into that shoulder portion. Just doing a little bit of pin and stretch here, grabbing onto the tight spot, pulling that neck away, opening this up. Checking the opposite side too to be thorough.
That feels like I can feel that when you hit it. It kind of goes down my arm a little bit.
Gets it a little bit. Okay. I was just about to say, despite the left shoulder being the problem side, we got tension on this side I wasn't quite expecting to find. So we're just going to spend a little extra time here, get this to open up. Good. Still zinging you a little bit?
Yeah.
Spot kind of deep. We're going to lean you into it. Pin right here. There we go. That's opening up now. Let's get onto this side first since it's tighter. So I'm just going to have the head just resting right here. As you lean, I'm going to get that pressure onto it here. We're going to get this to open up nice. Nice big push. Lean, 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 and a push. Very good. Good there. Okay. There's a little something already. You felt that?
Yep.
Moving easy. I'm going to get right under where that was. Nice little push. This side's stretching, leaning over, getting behind it. There it is. Neck's doing okay. I'm actually going to start on this arm since it was coming down here. So I'm just stretching this a little bit. We're going to get onto this lower portion of that stuff that was tight. Anything real tender to pull in through there? It's just up close to the neck. Getting on the pec, a little bit of stretch. You've been exercising, so this could be a little bit sore anyways, but I'm just hunting for extra tight spots.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad. A little bit tighter as I get there in the lower portion of that. If we pump this arm too hard too many times, you start spewing out water, right? When I was a young kid, we lived next to this pass. We lived in a small town. You had to drive over this pass for about 45 minutes to get to the next town. There's a campground with a hand pump water station. We always loved to stop there, and all us kids would take turns cranking it and getting a drink out of this pump. It's pretty fun for a youngster. But I think of that every time I do this kind of work. All right, just checking into more of these shoulder muscles. This side's doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Just a little bit of pec stuff. So we'll let that one be. Coming around to this side. And I'm just going to clip this a little further up here. Same kind of thing. We're just hunting through. And it's not till we get out into this stuff that it's real sore, huh? Let's check here. Maybe a little more. We get a little bit higher up here, huh?
Yeah.
So just stand tighter on this side. It lets us stretch it though. Is that pretty tender?
It's a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Okay, good. Getting kind of into the meatier portion of that pec. Good, it stretches deep. Let this be here. This stuff's doing better though. This was a tender point for a while. This is subscapularis. We kind of can arch that scapula out and feel different portions of it. This one was a tender one for you for a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's not nearly as bad as it was.
Yeah, this portion's getting pretty healthy. So it's really just where I hook into this and that tracks into the back. Let's get a couple big stretches on this shoulder here. So I'm going to pinch this, big stretch in. Good. Okay. Checking out elbow. Everything's doing good with that.
Oh, I noticed when I was working out, like I was doing wrist curls. And on this arm, when I would do this, I would feel kind of up to here, like this is tender right in that little spot right there.
Tender here as I push?
No, it's like
up on that elbow.
Yeah, like
yeah. Okay. Were you getting after it with those? Pretty heavy for wrist curls or just kind of doing maintenance work?
I wasn't going real heavy. I was trying to go lighter.
Okay.
Like when I would kind of do this motion, I could kind of feel it go like up
Just
here.
pulling right here.
Yeah.
So we got our tendons down in this portion that are going to actually do the control, but this portion up here is where the muscle contracts, and so it's anchoring off of that elbow and the deep bone here.
Yeah, right there.
As I hit that, you get a little bit of it. Okay. Be gentle with that for a while. This is something that there's not really an adjustment for that. The elbow moves fine, and so I can't change that. The wrist is feeling good. I can't change that. But being gentle with it for a couple exercise sessions and then diving back in, maybe doing that same weight again to check in. Good plan. Okay, let's have you go ahead and sit up facing this way over here. We're going to work a couple things around the shoulder here. First thing, just a big stretch back. Yeah, that's that collarbone. There's the other half of it. We're moving all of this. Man, oh man, that's good. Okay, bend in here, traction down. Achy pains in this area at all? Okay, I'm going to raise you up. Does it bother it here?
Just a little bit.
Okay. What if you do it?
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Doing all right. Let's do a couple more things. I'm going to pin down on this area here. I'm going to track through towards the back. I'm going to have you doing these reaches and up out to the side. So you're kind of reaching across like you're aiming for the shelf, and then lifting back like you're going to point at our light up on the ceiling.
Okay.
So reach, reach, reach. Good. And then point back up to that light. Nice.
Oh, that was good.
Same thing. We're just taking that muscle that got kind of beat up and trying to stretch it through, tell it, behave. Good. Going one more just on the top portion of that. Good. Let that relax. I'm going to have this hand go up and across, supporting you here. And I've just kind of got you blocked out, so let this shoulder relax. That's the stuff. We're mobilizing shoulder a little bit here. Let it relax again. Checking back through. Nice. Okay, check that reach motion.
Oh, that's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are some of the things we've been doing with him before, so I know some high payoff stuff to take care of you, because we've been through some of these to hunt out. Today it is just a slight bit different. Originally, it was kind of this underarm area that was a big piece to the puzzle, essentially, but now we just got a little bit of this. Some homework for you. Avoid the big hang. And so like I said, just find one that you can reach and sink into it and not just like feet off the ground dangling to get that stretch. Some of the same things, we had you doing some of these, just like mobilizers for the shoulder. Still a good thing to just run through on a regular basis and keep some maintenance. Stretching often. all these kind of things, door jam stretches. We know you're good at those, so keep it up. You are in the phase where I should expect you to be able to work out on it a lot more and feel good with it. I think you just pushed it a little bit too hard, a little bit too fast, and you'll get over it fast too. So that's
good. It feels much better now.
Awesome. Any other questions for me today?
Nope.
All right, we'll wrap up with that then. Thanks for letting us film. Sure. Take care, guys. See you next time.